What is going on, boys? It's your man Vinny Keys. We got another playoff shootout commentary. It's actually going to be against my buddy Recon Diety. It's actually a new player on the Detroit Red Wings for the UOHL. We have a game tonight. Actually, we're going to be playing two games at 9:30 and 10:30. I was going to be trying to stream the games actually out, but it's okay. You know what? I wanted to play this in the background while I talk about just a little bit of an update on the playoff rounds that have been going on and some of my picks that I did and whatnot. So we got the first series, Minnesota against the Avalanche. The Avalanche are up 3-2 now. I took the Avalanche a little bit earlier in the series. I still think that they're going to take it. Still think they're going to finish it off. I got another one here. We got Chicago and St. Louis. I actually thought St. Louis was going to finish him off, but I guess Chicago ain't going down without a fight. True heart of a champion. They are up 3-2. And for all those people, I cannot believe that do not think that Jonathan Toews is an unbelievable player. There's a lot of people that do not value the way that he is, even in this game. Maybe in this game they don't think that he's that good, but you know what? This guy is unbelievable. This whole team, you know what? They're playing great. They're just unbelievable team overall. Then a lot of fight back, and you know what? They're up 3-2. They could finish it off. You know what? I'm still thinking that that Chicago or that St. Louis can come back and make it at least a game 7. But I don't know what happens. I think they've done this before, gone up 2-0 and still blown the series. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. It's 3-2. They still got another couple games that can turn it around. They got one game obviously left, and then if they can take it to game 7, that'll be huge. We got another one here. We got Dallas against the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim took the lead last game. They just blew them out in the third period. Tim Thomas came in there and he just couldn't stop the bleeding. It was already 5-2, and the game was basically over after that. I think Dallas is in for, or basically done for now. You know what I mean? Not done for. You know what I mean? Those people are gonna be mad at any Dallas fans out there. But you know what? I think Anaheim's got enough in the tank to take them out. They're just a really strong team. But you know what? Dallas did look good. They looked good last game. They were battling hard. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things at the beginning of the game, or after a while, that Anaheim just, you know, they leaned on them enough. And they just eventually took over the game. But so I said, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with Anaheim taking over and winning the series. We got San Jose against LA. I cannot believe that LA's made a series out of this. I thought San Jose was just going to finish them off in 4, at most 5, especially at home. Now they're making it a series, and it's going to be tough on San Jose now. They're making it tough on themselves. You know what I mean? This is why they cannot win the make it tough on themselves to win the Stanley Cup, because of these types of things. Like, you know what I mean? You have to finish off the team when you have them. Now they've given themselves to get banged up a little bit more, and then the next series they play, they're going to get a little bit more banged up, and then, you know what? They got to take advantage and get the rest when you can. But you know what? We'll see. I still think that San Jose is going to finish them off, but I don't know. This might hamper their playoff chances later on. We'll see what happens in the later rounds. We got Boston finishing off Detroit yesterday. That was a great series. But you know what? Boston, I think, was one of those things. Boston, I knew that they were just eventually going to overpower Detroit. Detroit was a young team. They got a lot of guys. They got Henrik Zetterberg coming back from an early injury, which is crazy. But you know what? I just think that Zetterberg coming back early, you know what I mean, trying to motivate his team, you know what I mean, give his team some motivation, being down 3-1. Hey, you know what? They did their best. I don't know if Alfred's going to be coming back for another year. You know what I mean? Some of their guys had an off year, like Jimmy Howard. Hey, you know what? It's what it is. They made the playoffs 23 straight years. Eventually, they got to have an off year and not make the playoffs. Let the Leafs make the playoffs 1 year. Oh my God! But with guys like this, look at this Colton Orr over here missing the shot here. I'm just eventually gonna chime in here on the shootout. But we're going to move on, and you see the sweep with Montreal sweeping Tampa Bay. That's one team I did take, but it was already 3-0. I did want, not that I'm taking or picking them to win the Stanley Cup, but you got to get behind them. I guess being a Canadian, you got to cheer for a Canadian team. Even though I'm a Leaf fan, I know it's like, you know, weird cheering for the Canadians, but it is what it is. But they did have a good series. They swept Stamkos and the Tampa Bay Lightning out of the playoffs, which is no easy feat. You know what I mean? I can imagine. I don't know if Bishop was probably the biggest thing. Obviously, when they lost him at the end of the season, I think that was when they lost a lot of confidence. Lindback didn't have too much confidence looking out throughout the series, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You move on. This one is a puzzler, the next one. We got Pittsburgh and Columbus. I really think that Columbus could still win this series. I don't know where Fleury's head's at. This guy's getting asked all kinds of questions all the time. He's wondering if he's even going to be on the team next year. Bilesman's wondering if he's going to be on the team next year. You know what I mean? They just got to wake up and play like a champion. You know what I mean? Stop crying to the ref. Stop every time that something happens, you try and dive and get a penalty. It is what it is. Just play the game. It's playoff hockey. They have not won since 2009 when they had some gritty veterans on the team that just told the young guys, this is how you play. You know what I mean? This is what you got to do. You got to be calm in certain situations and not get on the ref. Just play the game. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll see what happens. Columbus is still playing great. Not like they, you know what I mean, didn't deserve. They could have swept this series. It could have been 4-0 the first 4 games. For any of you guys that really watch the series closely, Columbus was a much better team in the first 4 games, I believe. But you know, it is what it is. We got the last series here. The New York Rangers putting Philadelphia at risk of elimination here with a big win today. It's up 3-2 in Game 5, or with the Game 5 victory. I still think that Philadelphia can come back. You know what I mean? They're a very tough team to beat at home. We'll see what happens, obviously, with the Game 7 in New York. But it is what it is. We got a big game coming up in the next one, but we'll see. You know, like I said, all these series, it should be great series. Should be a great series coming up. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's I took Chicago. I just skipping into this, but I took Chicago in the second one. But you know what? It is what it is in these playoffs, man. You just got to keep battling no matter what it is. If you're down a goal, down 2 goals, that's what it is. You just got to keep battling like Chicago. They were down 2-0. They could come back now. They could end up winning the Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? For all we know, that's the way the playoffs goes. You just got to keep on trekking. Just keep on trekking along. Yeah, you know what? It's just one of these teams. You know what I mean? They just got to catch fire at the right time, like LA. But check out LA a couple years ago. They were in 8th place, going out and win the Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? They were always a great team. They were like the Edmonton Oilers. Only the Edmonton Oilers, I don't know. They look like they're a little bit further away than the Kings, but the Kings were always that team for so long where they had to be good. Eventually, they had to be good. But you know what? Eventually, they were good, and they did win the Stanley Cup, as they won a couple years ago. And I can't believe there's a bunch of people that are getting on Jonathan Quick. You know what? The guy won the Stanley Cup a couple years ago. He was on the Olympic team this year. He's an unbelievable goalie. Just because he had a bad couple of games, you know what? Maybe San Jose is a good team. Heaven forbid we give San Jose credit. I know they've only been to the playoffs for 10 straight years, or the conference final, or maybe second round, whatever it is. At least the playoffs for 10, 11 straight years. You know what I mean? Heaven forbid, you know what I mean? We give them any credit. But, you know, it is what it is in the playoffs. You just got to keep battling. I still think San Jose could, you know, do some serious damage if they can get past LA. LA is probably their biggest feat. I know Anaheim, you know what I mean? They're a strong team, but I think LA is just a little bit deeper. They're a really strong team overall, especially when it comes down to playoffs. They know how to win. But, you know what? It's one of those things. You just got to keep on playing. See here, we almost finished up the shootout. Corey Crawford couldn't quite come up with the save. But you know what? It was almost wrapped up for the most part, just like the first round. Well, I'm going to check back with you guys after I do. I'm going to do a 100K pack opening. We're going to do 10 8750 packs and probably one 1750 pack, or 17 whatever it is, 1725 pack or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's 17500. I'm going to be doing one of those for my next video. You guys are going to be keep an eye out if you guys haven't seen it. My 250K pack opening. For those of you guys that didn't see it this weekend, it was already up. It was on Sunday. Not just the video, but the pack opening. You guys should get on that if you guys want to see that. But yeah, we got UOHL also coming out, boys. Like I said, this guy's actually on my UOHL team. We got a lot of great stuff going on. I got, well, we're hopefully going to have a good start. Obviously, we're going to let you guys know the results, obviously, with games. Hopefully, Twitch is going to start working out soon. I got to figure out the connection quality and whatnot. Anybody want to give me some pointers of what, you know, they've been doing with that? If you guys are in UOHL and you guys do that, you guys see this video, you guys let me know. But you know what? Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy the playoff predictions. Let me know down below if you guys still think, if you guys would change your picks, or if you guys like your picks from before. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? Or let me know your picks for the second round of the guys that have made it on before so far. With you got Montreal playing Boston. That's going to be a huge series. I think, you know what I mean? Nah, you know what? I'll save it for the next video. I don't want to put it out just yet. Not just yet. You guys got to come back for the next one. Maybe I'll put in my 100K video. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just make a separate one. I think I'm just going to make a separate one for all the playoff predictions. But yeah, check back soon, boys, for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Lots of great stuff going on. And yeah, lots of stuff going on with subscribers. Thanks, boys. At Puck Hockey's a new subscriber. He's a great guy. Lots of new subscribers coming out. I just want to toss him a shout out. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the videos, and we'll talk to you guys later.